Before the city police get to your house, you will have a Twin River school cop at your house. And they're not supposed to do that.
No.
They're stepping way past the scope of their job. If they want to stay here, they need to concern themselves with the school. If something at the school goes bad, but they need assistance, then they should call the police and tell the police we got somebody on the school ground that's a threat to these kids or staff, and we need to remove it. And let the city do their job. The way it stands right now, my nephew, Little Darnell Jr., when they handed them school cops them guns, he was the first one they killed. And it hasn't stopped. And it's not going to stop. As long as they think they're the police, they're going to continue to run over us. Your kids could be walking down the street. They could just pull over. Get your hands out your pocket. I'm searching you.
And them is children.
Well, and them are children. Our kids.
They need to do it in school hours.
If they do it, if they're supposed to be in school and they
they
walking around in the neighborhood, okay, see what they're doing out there. But don't ride around in this neighborhood all night long trying to find something to do to justify them being a police, because they're not police.
That's right.
They're school cops.
That's right.
When the school closed, they should go home.
My name is Darlene Anderson, and I'm a long time advocate for public education in Sacramento. And I live in South Sacramento. But I've been involved in the educational system for a long time. And I've witnessed them moving our kids out of the public education system to the behavioral programs. And it's only our kids. And what we don't know is when they have that SARB hearing, we don't have to agree to let our children be moved out of the school. But once you let them move, you don't have no rights of return, right? And then, once you have that behavior thing in the record, they keep on pulling them out every year. So I don't know how you go to a program for 3 months and then come back to your regular school and then expect it to be able to progress. So our kids are dropping out in record numbers here in Sacramento.
Yep.
But we're citizens, we pay our taxes, and we have a voice and a vote. And unless you understand the power of that vote, we are going to keep on getting treated and misused. And we're talking about abuse here. We are just here for the takings. And when they felt so righteous as to take that young man, and regardless if they knew he was innocent or not, it's what the Sacramento Bee allowed to happen in the conversation about how that child was a thug. How he just needed to be treated like that.
And how they couldn't even do a background search.
And we don't even know if he was the one.
That's true.
That's
true.
We have been left without a voice. Because I don't know if you've got an elected official up here tonight, but if you're talking to law enforcement, did y'all elect any of us?
I did.
Okay. So they can't change anything. But I know that Sac City got $14 million that they took out of the general ed fund and put it into the school resource officers. And now we got the same thing y'all got, resource officers. But they are arresting our kids. I have the young man last year, his name was Charles Bernard. He was accused of saying F you to the principal, but that was a felony. He was special ed, but he had only earned 25 credits in the last 2 years. He had an IEP, but the IEP was inactive. And so the first time they arrested him, everyone would say it's the child's responsibility. Maybe so. But it's us. We're citizens, and we need to be responsible to ensure that our kids are moving forward.
That's true.
And so the first time he got arrested, we went through the process, and then they dropped the charges. And then when they dropped the charges, you go back to regular school. The next time, by January 10th to February 10th, he got arrested again. And this time, it was a felony, and he was locked up. I filed the complaint at the State Department of Education, and the DA refused to prosecute. And so that just says that, I told them don't go back. But most people don't even know how to do what I do for kids when they're special needs. And if your child is a special needs child,
We
you're in
need
a
to know
behavior
you.
program, you're not entitled to a high school diploma. You get a certificate of completion. You can go in the Army or the Air Force. You're not going to graduate. And then, if you don't graduate, you can't, I mean, you don't get the high school diploma, you're not going to college. Because they don't have to give you federal financial aid. So, you know, there are so many things that we as citizens don't understand what's going on. But you need to understand that it's your vote for your elected official.
Right.
That you should be having up here tonight. Not the officers.
Yeah.
And not the Urban League, and not the NAACP. They are a conduit to our voice and to our community members, yes. But it is our voice that holds elected officials accountable.
All right. Right behind you, sir.
My name is Greg Jefferson, and